you gave, and you said a practicing Muslim goes to mosque, prays 5 times a day, doesn't drink, believes God gave him a woman to be his property, to beat, to stone to death. He believes Christians and Jews are apes and pigs because they are cursed by Allah. He believes it is his duty to declare war on the infidels because they are Allah's enemies. That is a practicing Muslim. Is that your view of the entirety of the religion? And that's where I'm trying to come to grips with the sweep and breadth of your comments and your lack of differentiation between radicals and extremists who exist in virtually all religions and the enormous mass of those who believe in Islam.
Well, also that quote was edited. Those words were not uttered in sequence the way you quoted them. And what I was talking about was about the difference between a devout Muslim who might fall into radicalism and the difference between a regular Muslim who is a moderate who does not subscribe to Sharia law. Those who are adherent to Sharia law, according to the Quran, who are devout following the Sharia principle, are the ones who believe that their women are their property. This is how Ayman al-Zawahiri believes. This is how Osama bin Laden believes. This is how Anwar al-Awlaki believes. This is how Imam Shudri believes. This is how every radical who follows the exact commandment of the Quran and Sharia law believes. Those are the radicals, and that's what sets them apart from the moderates. Obviously, the moderates who believe in sending their daughters to study, to get an education, to get a profession, not to cover with a hijab from head to toe. A man who believes his wife is his equal, not his property, is a moderate Muslim who does not subscribe to the ideology of Al-Qaeda. Again, it's amazing, Elliot. You know, I come from the media. You are in the media. We are both journalists, and we both, I was anchor for World News, and you are an anchor for CNN. We both know how easily journalists or people and comments, especially now with the internet age, can take few words and either paste them together or edit them together to basically express their own point of view.
Brigitte, again, with all due respect, the entirety of your writing, the entirety of your comments, and the entirety of your purpose in going out to speak, and it has been fairly captured in the comments and the quotations that we have given to the viewers of this show tonight. And as you just said, you think a devout, somebody who was a devout believer in Islam, actually, you fairly captured their views about the Jews and Christians being apes and pigs. You said if they're devout, that's what they believe. So the question again that I have for you is, are you not sweeping with such a broad brush? Are you not failing in that most critical error of judgment, which is to differentiate between those who are extremists, who have no judgment, and are you not picking the few to generalize about 1.6 billion people, and are you not feeding into the animus that at the end of the day is so destructive?
Elliot, I come from the Middle East. I was born and raised there. I walk into a grocery store in Arlington, Virginia, and speak in Arabic and hear what they're saying and understand it much differently than you would or anybody else. And I can tell you how the Middle East and how the Muslim world and the Arabic world operates. So when I speak about certain things regarding the Middle East or their religion itself or how they talk about their religion, I hope that you would give me enough credit to know that what I'm talking about in warning what's coming to the United States will be at least considered as someone who comes from the Middle East and understands the culture and can read the Quran in Arabic, the language in which it was written and recited in Arabic as much as Osama bin Laden can recite it. So what I'm telling you, that what we in the West consider as a difference between radical Islam and a moderate Islam, when you listen to Erdogan, for example, the Prime Minister of Australia, or when you listen to Imam Shudri telling you there is no radical Islam and moderate Islam, there's only one Islam. Believe what your enemy, at least what the radicals are saying, because it is the radicals right now that matter, and it is the radicals who have declared war on the United States. We must be very wise in understanding what our enemy is saying to us. They are not lying. They don't have a hidden agenda. They're being very clear in their messaging. We are trying to translate and reflect our Western values and standards on their words, and we better be very careful because we are playing with fire and the lives of millions of people if we do not learn how to differentiate between what the radicals and the devout do and say and what the moderates do and say.
All right. I think you meant the Prime Minister of Turkey, not Australia, if I heard you properly.
Sorry.
So just to prove, I was listening carefully to you. I just wanted you to know that. All right.